What can we really expect from Elon Musk's Tesla robot? Hello lovely YouTube family, welcome back to Tech Power. In today's video we're going to talk about what we can really expect from Elon Musk's Tesla robot. Before we start, I would want you to hit that red subscribe button so you never miss out on any of our videos. Elon Musk has announced his new plans for a Tesla humanoid robot that'll excel at mundane tasks, but he's making some common robotics mistakes with his grand plans. What does the future Tesla robot look like? With the help of a couple robotic specialists, we can separate the truth from the hype and Musk claims. What can we expect from a true humanoid robot? Making a robot look and even behave like a human figures bringing many programming challenges. Will the Tesla bot do bipedal locomotion, or the complex two-legged walking that humans have perfected over millions of years? Or dance like the very obvious human in a Tesla robot suit did at Tesla AI Day when Musk made the announcement? Northwestern University robotics professor Michael Peshkin said that it takes like this that are often underestimated by the public. A baby spends several years learning how to move their body around, Peshkin said. We never appreciate how sophisticated people are to begin with. It's the things that babies can do that are so hard for robots. Musk mentioned mundane tasks like screwing in bolts or doing grocery trips, both of which would require a lot of specialized adaptive programming. The robot would have to respond and change on the fly, something very challenging. What if it doesn't have the correct size bolts, or all the Honey Nut Cheerios are sold out at the store? That's on top of the Musk description of the robot as taking verbal instructions, adding a further requirement for natural language processing. As we know, Siri isn't always fantastic at giving you the best answer when prompted. Robot vacuums. Speaking of repetitive and boring tasks, the best established robot product line probably is for models that'll clean your floors. iRobot started the trend with its Roomba line, but now there are plenty of other robot vacuum cleaners and floor moppers. Makers of robots vacuum cleaners include iRobot, Eufy, Samsung, and others. Warehouse workers. Work in a warehouse or factory, and there's a good chance they'll interact with the robot at some point. The machines are cropping up everywhere, including breweries, bakeries, and brickworks. One company that surfaced the robot overlords long ago, Amazon. In 2014, the giant e-tailer began rolling out Kiva robots at its fulfillment center, where they whiz around collecting orders and bringing them to a human worker. Mall cops. Robots can help with the security and policing, at least in the eyes of companies selling the products. And you might see a real-world RoboCop in some parts of the world. Dubai is using Power Robotics creation as a police bot in the malls and tourist areas. People can use it to get info, pay fines, and report crimes. Security is one of the first markets for Boston Dynamics, a company with some of the most eye-catching robots around. It's a black flip-capable humanoid Atlas robot that are probably the closest thing to a Tesla bot so far. But the product that the company is selling today is the dog-like Spot Mini. Spot Mini didn't fare well in New York City though. The New York Police Department scrapped the contract for robot police dogs after criticism from Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez and other public concerns. Telepresent robots. Even before COVID-19 wiped out business travel, some companies were arguing that you can save a bundle on airplane tickets if you make a virtual appearance as a remote site using a telepresence robot from a company like Double Robotics, which puts an iPad on a stalk that you can wheel around an office. Your face appears on the iPad screen so people know who you're dealing with, and the iPad's cameras beam its view to your screen. Prices start at $4,000. What do we think the Tesla bot will actually do? Peshkin said that robot Musk is described sounds like maybe the human workers at an Amazon warehouse. People can reach for and grab different items at a diverse stack of items that possibly could throw out an apple that's gone bad, while the term unskilled labor is often used for jobs like, will you actually use an incredible amount of multi-layered judgment and caution when doing these tasks that seem simple? When you try to automate things people do, like picking things off the shelf in a warehouse, you often wind up changing the warehouse, Peshkin said. You typically change the environment too. They have barcodes, the racks are a stated location, the things are boxed in a different way, you all make kinds of adaptations, making the world safe for robots. The task is made as uniform as possible so that it can be handled by programming. Screwing in bolts as a single job is something robots can do well today. Manufacturing has had some of the world's most advanced application robots for decades because of how relatively doable a lot of manufacturing tasks are without current abilities with robots. A steady stream of goods might pass on a conveyor belt, where a robot must simply reach out, twist, or glue a particular part of an item into place, and then pull back its arm. Most robots have found in manufacturing are metallic, rigid, and limited dexterity, but only few of them have more than 3 fingers. Arizona State University robotist Henny Ben Armour said, human hands are unfathomably complex, and it would take many motors to create a similar robotic hand. Human hands can delicately deal with everything from a tomato to a violin or even a jackhammer. Part of the reason for this is that the human hand combines different materials, including hard bones, muscles, and soft skin. What should Tesla bot do? One of the places Musk has gotten it right is that robots are able to go where work is dangerous or boring for human workers. Why not make robots do things where people don't belong, where the task is dangerous, or things people don't do well? Peshkin said. Let people continue to do the things that people do well. But again, that's not necessarily a robot that can listen to instructions and process language in a variety of tasks. At the software intelligent level, a major challenge with autonomous robots is largely variability in human environments, Ben Ammer said. Robots in this case cannot rely on a human programmer and would have to constantly improvise and change their behavior. It's easy to read between the lines and combine Musk's ambitions to travel to and settle Mars with his comments here about robots. After all, a lot of daily work of keeping a settlement going will be boring or dangerous. He can imagine robots working in manufacturing or even farming. But he's specific to say that this robot will be a non-threatening size and ability set, just 5'8" and a slight 125 pounds with a top speed of about 5 miles per hour. The dangerous work will be more like construction sites than, say, settlement security. Peshkin helped to invest in the idea of cobots, which are, he says, collaborative robots that work together with people. Aren't there things where people can team with robots in a physical way, each contributing their strengths? He said, it's easy to imagine that a carefully programmed helper or booster robot can be a big help to people on Mars or people who already work in dangerous places like underground mineral mines. Ben Amor also said that Musk's comments are an exciting rallying cry, even if what he's describing is still very far out of current abilities with robots. Mr. Musk is mostly a visionary and is excellent at rallying young and old scientists and engineers behind a grand goal, Ben Amor said, along with the way he'll likely hire and inspire a new generation of roboticists. Even achieving a small aspect of what he's announced would be a major milestone in the field of robotics. That's all for today. I hope you liked the video. If you did, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, so you never miss any amazing video from us.